A divine message of transformation. My child, listen closely, because a divine shift has just happened in the spiritual world, and this is going to affect your life within the next 15 minutes. This is a time that I made possible to come into your life, and I will reveal to you what will happen next. For I, the Lord your God, have bent low to speak into your spirit this day. I have stirred the heavens. I have summoned the wind to carry my word directly into the chambers of your heart. I have seen you, my beloved one. I have watched the quiet groans of your soul that no one else heard, the tears you shed in places no eyes beheld, the thoughts you dared not utter for fear they would be misunderstood. Nothing in you is hidden from me, and I tell you now with certainty, change is not coming, it has already begun. Your divine purpose. I did not form you for ordinary days. I did not breathe my breath into you for a life of mere existence. I crafted you with purpose sealed into the very fibers of your being. Your steps are not random. Your time is not wasted. And your delays are not denials. Everything, and I say everything, has been ordered to align for this moment. Even the pain, the confusion, the silence. It has not been in vain. It has been the soil in which I have planted seeds unseen, and now they burst forth because of the divine shift I have commanded. Do not confuse the stillness with absence. I have always been near. Even when you thought I was far, I was surrounding you, insulating you from destruction, carrying you through the places you thought would swallow you whole. You survived because I held you. You endured because I decreed your endurance. And now I speak life over you with new authority. The veil lifts. Within the next 15 minutes of your earthly time, a veil will be lifted. The dull haze that clouded your vision will evaporate. Your spiritual senses will be sharpened. You will begin to perceive things that were hidden from your understanding before. I am placing a divine lens over your inner eyes so that you may see what is truly happening around you, not just in the natural realm, but in the supernatural. This is not imagination. This is revelation. I am bringing clarity to confusion, strength to weariness, and direction to where you once wandered. The doors that have been shut, not by me, but by the schemes of the enemy, are now being opened by my hand. And those that I have kept closed to protect you will remain closed, for I guard what I love. Your destined place. There's a place I am taking you, a place not built with human hands, a realm of influence, of purpose, of spiritual fulfillment. You will step into arenas that your name alone could not open, but my name spoken over you has now made accessible. The favor you are about to experience is not man-made. It is divine. It is the fruit of covenant, not convenience. You have not earned it, but you have been chosen for it. I am about to multiply what has been stagnant. I am about to resurrect what you called dead. I am about to answer prayers you forgot you prayed because you assumed the delay meant denial. But I am the God who lives outside of time and fulfills my word in its season. And your season is now. Divine alignment. Do not be alarmed if people begin to fall away. Not everyone can follow you where I am taking you. Not every voice should echo in the next chapter one I'm writing for you. I will remove what must be removed, not to leave you empty, but to make space for the divine appointments I have arranged. You will not chase anymore. You will be found. You will not plead. You will walk in the authority I have given you. And those who must find you will find you because I myself will lead them. This next hour of your life will be marked by uncommon alignment. The places where things never seemed to click before, where resources missed connection, where people were out of place, where timing never matched purpose. Those places will now experience divine cohesion. I am knitting together details you never saw, arranging circumstances in ways that only I can, orchestrating symphonies out of seasons that once sounded like noise. Awakening your gifts. I am reintroducing you to the world, to yourself, and even to the destiny you forgot you carried. There's a power in your voice that you have silenced. There's an anointing on your hands that you have hidden. There's a fire in your belly that you have tried to quench to fit in, to stay safe, to be liked. But I am calling forth that which I placed in you before time began. I did not give you gifts for convenience. I gave them for impact, and now impact shall come. You will dream again, but this time your dreams will be guided by revelation, not fear. You will rise again, but this time you will rise with wisdom, not just excitement. You will move again, but this time every step will be guided by my Spirit. You will no longer have to ask repeatedly for confirmation. You will walk in confidence because my Spirit will bear witness within you. Physical manifestations. There will be manifestations. Yes, physical signs that confirm my word. Expect interruptions in your routine. Divine appointments, unexplainable peace, sudden favor, healing in places you forgot were broken. I am not sending hints. I am sending waves. Waves of glory. Waves of change. Waves of my presence. Let them wash over you. Let them carry away what no longer serves your purpose. And be ready for new language. The words you speak must match the world I am giving you. You cannot speak as though you are still in bondage when I have declared you free. You cannot declare limitation over a life I have anointed for expansion. Speak what I speak. Call yourself what I call you. Say what I say about your future, and you will see it unfold before your eyes. Divine remembrance. My child, you must understand. The battle that has raged over you wasn't because you were weak, but because of what you carry. You have been targeted not because you were broken, but because you were chosen. The enemy fears you waking up to the truth of who you are. But now the awakening begins. You are stepping out of spiritual amnesia and into divine remembrance. Remember who you are. More importantly, remember whose you are. You were not an accident. You were an answer. You were sent. You were chosen. You are appointed. And now you are anointed for such a time as this. I have placed a mantle on your life that cannot be removed by men. It was not voted upon. It was decreed. And what I decree no man can nullify.
I will send you signs in the sky and whispers in your sleep. I will speak through those you expect and those you do not. I will convey my word through scripture, through visions, through the alignment of circumstances. Pay attention. Stay alert. This is not the time to be distracted. This is the time to be saturated in my word, in my presence, in my spirit. You have felt unseen, but I have been watching. You have felt unheard, but I have been listening. And now I am responding, not because you shouted the loudest, but because your heart stayed humble. I do not ignore the cries of the righteous. I do not turn away from the faithful. And you, my child, have remained when others walked away. You held on when others gave up. You trusted me when everything in the natural screamed otherwise. And now I reward you, not because you earned it, but because I promised it. The season of harvest. There will be acceleration. Things that would have taken years will happen in days. The waiting will make sense because you will see that I was preparing what you could not yet hold. You will understand why the doors remained closed until now. I was not punishing you. I was preserving you. I did not let you settle because I had better, and better is coming. You will no longer labor without fruit. The seeds you have sown in kindness, in prayer, in silence, in tears are now producing a harvest. You have entered a reaping season, and you will not reap just what you sowed. You will reap multiplied because I am a God of abundance, not lack. I do not return empty. I do not bless halfway. Divine protection. Be prepared for opposition. Yes, not everything will welcome this shift, but you need not fear. I go before you. I am your rear guard. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against you, I shall condemn. Not because of who you are, but because of who I am. I will give you rest even while the battle rages. I will hide you in plain sight. I will give you songs in the night and strategies in the dawn. What others miss, you will discern. What others doubt, you will declare, because I will fill your mouth with truth and your spirit with boldness. The dual nature of existence. My child, incline your heart again, for I am not finished speaking to you. There is more I must unveil, mysteries that have long been hidden but are now made plain. Listen with the ease of your spirit, for what I am about to reveal requires more than natural hearing. I am bringing understanding that will shift how you walk through this world, how you see yourself, how you understand your trials, your triumphs, your gifts, your warfare, and your divine assignment. You dwell in a physical body, but your origin is spiritual. Before you were ever formed in the womb, you existed in my thoughts. I shaped you in eternity and wrapped you in time. You carry within you the breath of the eternal. You are not just flesh and blood. You are spirit wrapped in dust, and within you is a divine essence, a spark of my own life. This is why you feel tension between what is and what should be, why your soul groans when the world feels out of order, why your heart cries out for more than what can be seen with the eye. You were never meant to be limited by the physical realm alone. You were made to live in both worlds, the seen and the unseen, the tangible and the eternal, the interwoven realms. The spiritual world is not distant or disconnected. It is not some lofty place reserved for mystics or prophets. It is interwoven into the very fabric of your existence. It surrounds you, influences you, calls to you. The decisions you make, the thoughts you entertain, the words you speak, all of these echo into the spiritual realm and return to shape the physical. Nothing is isolated. Nothing is without consequence. Everything is connected. Every time you pray, you are not merely speaking into the air. You are aligning with forces that shift atmospheres. When you believe, truly believe, you are activating spiritual laws that override physical limitations. Faith is not weak hope. It is a key that unlocks doors no hand can touch. It is a bridge between realms. When you love, you are touching eternity. When you forgive, you break chains not only in your own soul, but in the spiritual lineage that flows through your bloodline. You do not just live for today. You move in echoes that affect generations. Sacred disciplines. When you worship, you are not just singing. You are building altars that invite my presence to dwell. When you fast, you are not merely abstaining from food. You are silencing the physical to hear the spiritual. When you study my word, you are not collecting knowledge. You are consuming bread that nourishes both body and spirit. Every spiritual discipline has physical consequence, and every physical act of obedience has spiritual ripple. Do not separate what I have joined. I have made you whole, body, soul, and spirit. When one part suffers, the others feel it. When one part rejoices, the others are lifted. True health and alignment. You cannot thrive spiritually while ignoring your physical stewardship, nor can you flourish physically if you ignore your spiritual roots. Health is not the absence of sickness. It is alignment. Alignment between heaven and earth, spirit and flesh, thought and action, faith and obedience. I want you to see how intimately involved I am in both realms. I care about your spiritual growth and your earthly well-being. I care about your peace of mind and your provision. I care about your destiny and your daily decisions. There is no part of you I do not care for. I am with you in the fire and in the kitchen. I speak through dreams and through the voice of a child. I use angels and strangers alike. I move through wind and whisper. I am in all, and I work through all things to accomplish my will. No sacred secular divide. My child, I long for you to stop compartmentalizing your life. You think some things are sacred and some are secular. You separate Sunday from Monday. But I see no divide. I want all of it. Your worship and your work, your ministry and your marriage, your silence and your speech. Every part of your life is a canvas on which I want to display my glory. Every moment is a meeting place. Every breath is an opportunity for communion. I have designed the physical world to reflect the spiritual one. Just as seeds fall into soil and die before they rise, so must dreams often pass through seasons of silence before they bloom. Just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, you are called to reflect me. Just as rivers flow and cleanse, my spirit flows and purifies. Nothing in nature is random. Everything whispers of me. If you learn to see with your spirit, the world becomes a sacred text.
Your body is not just flesh. It is a temple. Your heart is not just emotion. It is a throne where I desire to dwell. Your thoughts are not neutral. They are gateways. Guard them, for what enters your mind enters your life. Let my word be the filter. Let my spirit be the guide. What you entertain will take root. What you feed will grow. This is spiritual law. It does not change, and I am not mocked. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Sow to the Spirit, and you will reap life. Your divine assignment. Do not fear the spiritual world. I have given you authority in it. Do not fear the physical either. It is your field of influence. You are an ambassador of heaven on earth. You are a bridge between realms. What you carry inside is meant to transform what is outside. That is why you cannot remain silent. That is why the enemy tries to wear you down. He fears what happens when you begin to believe, when you begin to act, when you begin to understand your dual nature and your divine assignment. I did not send you here to blend in. I sent you to bring light, to confront darkness, to heal the broken, to declare freedom to captives, to lay hands on the sick, to cast out demons, to speak truth, to build, to restore, to lift, to plant. Your spiritual authority. You are not helpless. You are not powerless. My spirit is in you. My angels surround you. My word goes before you. All of heaven backs you when you move according to my will. The material things in your life are not meaningless. Use them with purpose. Your resources are tools. Your time is sacred. Your home is an altar. Your relationships are assignments. Your possessions are not your identity, but they are a trust. Use them to bless, not impress. Use them to build, not to boast. You are a steward, not an owner. But when you honor me with what you have, I multiply it in both realms. Divine orchestration. There is no coincidence. Every encounter, every delay, every open door, every closed one, they are all threads in a divine tapestry. You only see the underside, but I see the design. Trust me. Trust that I am working even when you cannot trace me. Trust that your obedience matters even when the results seem invisible. In the spiritual realm, obedience always bears fruit, and that fruit will in time be seen. You may feel pressure. That is because the veil between the two realms is thinner than you realize. What you feel is not just emotion. It is spiritual movement. When I begin to shift things in the spirit, your body sometimes responds. That tightness in your chest, that stirring, that sudden peace or that sudden unease, learn to discern it. It is not always natural. Often it is me speaking through your senses. But pay attention. Spiritual maturity. My child, I want to mature you. I want to elevate your awareness. I want you to walk in wisdom, not just enthusiasm. I want you to move in discernment, not just emotion. I want you to hear me clearly and respond swiftly. You will no longer be tossed about by circumstance. You will be anchored by truth, because the more you understand how I work, the more you will walk in peace even when storms arise. The hour of awakening. This is the hour when I am drawing my people into deeper communion. Shallow living will no longer satisfy. Entertainment will not be enough. The distractions of this world will lose their grip, for I am awakening your spirit. I am stirring hunger in you, and hunger in the spirit is always a signal of impending fulfillment. I would not stir it if I would not fill it. You will begin to see miracles not as exceptions but as evidence of alignment. You will walk into rooms and shift atmospheres simply because of what you carry. You will dream and see visions. You will discern motives. You will speak and chains will fall, not because you are strong in yourself, but because you are surrendered to me. And I always use those who yield. Embracing the tension. There will be resistance, but there will also be glory. There will be misunderstanding, but there will also be revelation. There will be moments when you feel torn between the worlds, but do not despair. Tension is holy. It is a sign that you are walking the path I laid before you. Learn to dwell in both realms. Learn to bring my presence into boardrooms and battlefields alike. Learn to bring my word into family dinners and lonely car rides. I'm not just with you in the sanctuary. I am with you in the secret place. You are not alone. You are surrounded. Angels walk with you. My spirit dwells within you. The cloud of witnesses watches you. Heaven is invested in your journey, your calling in this generation. So do not shrink back. Do not doubt. Do not give in to weariness. You are walking in the convergence of worlds, and I have chosen you for this very intersection. This is why I speak to you now, because you are ready to understand what others overlook. You are ready to stop chasing fleeting things and anchor yourself in eternal truth. You are ready to move with intentionality, to walk with clarity, to speak with boldness. You are ready to live as one who knows that this world is not all there is, but that it matters greatly. So live holy, live aware, live surrendered, live bold. Every act of love is a seed in both realms. Every word of truth echoes in both realms. Every sacrifice you make is seen by me, and every step you take in faith moves mountains in the spirit. Your divine identity. This is your time. This is your place. I have planted you here now in this generation because what you carry is needed. Do not hide it. Do not dilute it. Do not apologize for the fire in your bones. I put it there. Let it burn. Let it light the way for others. Let it draw heaven and earth together. You are my vessel, my child, my representative, my joy, my witness, my beloved. And I have chosen to move through you in both realms now and forevermore. Amen.